Well, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I wanted to give you a layout update, one because I get a lot of requests for them, even though there's not a lot going on. But we have gotten some things done. You see a giant mess back there. Lots of reviews where I need to put stuff back in the box. Lots of shifting rolling stock off of the layout, back into boxes. And hopefully in the winter season, I'll actually show you how my collection is stored. There is zero way to have all the locomotives and rolling stock out. We're talking multiple thousands of pieces of rolling stock and locomotives, but combined, not each. But I am getting some little bit of progress done on the layout. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I say I'm really busy. I'm more kind of like mentally drained from work. Work is a thought process more than it is physical labor by any means. There's almost zero physical labor. But I've noticed between when I had physical jobs, maybe it was just because I was skinnier, I would come home and be able to tear up whatever I needed to and get things going on the layout. Mentally, I'm just kind of drained and I just want to veg out and watch TV. So I'm not really as busy as I sound. Very fast paced while I'm there sometimes, but I'm not really that busy as I sound. So I should have gotten more things done, but I'm hoping to capitalize on this winter and show you one thing that's already done to kind of start off the fall-winter season as a bang, and then it just needs some finishing touches. And we're going to talk about how this backdrop continues on. So this is the new suburban rural scene, like a rural town scene. What I did and what I try to do time after time is take these backdrops from trackside scenery and blend them in. I think I did a decent job over on the farm scene that you see all the time in reviews now, but now I've done this with the town scene and I don't think it's too bad. It didn't take as long as I thought. I think it does pretty well. I need to patch some areas of the road, make it look better. This gravel, this ballast is just thrown down real fast to get a couple photos, so I need to pull the ballast up, redo it correctly. I'm looking at maybe even using Arizona rock and ballast or something a little more realistic. But this backdrop, and it will continue over here, as you can see, into the bridge scene that I also wouldn't hurt to redo. I don't know if I'll get to redo it or not, but these backdrops are kind of seamless. There's a seam, but they match up perfectly. They're called repeater backdrops, and this is what it looks like. But this is just the basic completion of this. This lights up at night. I'll show you a picture right about now, because I've got all the wiring disconnected so I can kind of reroute some stuff. And one of the buildings from Woodland Scenics also had a light out. LED just wasn't working. So but the MTH crossing gates are hooked up. Those work. I'll show you an underside of that. It's pretty messy, along with the Woodland Scenics light hubs for their building lighting. But I'll just show you a still photo of that. I've got the sensors covered up in a lot of areas with the gravel, with the ballast, so it's not going to work properly anyway right now. This was quickly finished for a photo shoot, and now I got to go back and fix it. So as you see there's sensors on each that I had to drill out. That'll be the approach sensor. Can't go too fast or the gate will not go down. And that's one thing I need to work on, is extending the sensor wiring out further. So this backdrop ends here, and then past here is going to be the Volkswagen facility where that Southwest plane is. This is the next backdrop area I'm putting up over here. And for those that don't remember, this is going to be southeastern United States, close to where I live in Norfolk Southern land. Upper Georgia, lower Tennessee area will kind of be this. And then you'll have your north, your south, and your west, and west will be the Cheyenne Roundhouse. Roundhouse should have been done a long time ago, just did not get to it. And I don't want to rush this. I kind of rushed this scene, but only the areas really involving ballast and wiring. I did try to merge how the patterns of the buildings are in the backdrop. If you look closely, you can see there's like some grassy areas along with some paved areas and gravel areas in the back, and I did that up front leading up to storefront areas and such to kind of blend that in nicely. So it's definitely not bad, but I do want to tweak these things, and I don't want to do what I have been doing, which is mediocre scene, and just keep on with mediocre scenes, and then I'm going back through the whole layout and doing really nice detailed scenes. Even this over here, and please forgive the mess, it's just lots of reviews going on for winter. Even this over here, I did a lot of time on the terrain, some of the static grass, and I think that looks great. The ballast I just rushed. It's too dark. It's getting ripped up and redone. Again, possibly Arizona ballast. And see what I can do to further weather the rail, because it is weathered, but it's still pretty shiny in areas. And I notice if I go too much, that it starts very much interrupting the signal, DCC signal of the locomotives, and they'll just cut short. So this area needs some refinement. The bridge needs some refinement, and now this third area needs some refinement. So step one for the next scenes of the layout, or next steps of the layout, is to pause, get these scenes fully detailed, and then expand. And the first expansion will be to the right of that farm scene. It's a simple backdrop and very little terrain and scenery, because it's mostly a yard. And then we can move on to the roundhouse, which is going to be a larger project. This over here may or may not get done before the roundhouse, because the roundhouse and turntable are far, far overdue. If you look back through my video library, there's a video of basically the turntable part 1, and it just hasn't continued yet. So that's what's going on right now. Lots of mess. I didn't want to clean everything up and pretend like it's always clean down here. I figured I'd show you guys how it looks right now. So long ways to go from even considering expanding this I think 1,200 square foot area down here to the rest of the basement, which is another 1,800 square feet that's finished. So that's, I don't even know if that'll happen at this point. This could easily take 500 more hours, the rest of my life. I don't know. You know, I could easily wrap up 500 or 1,000 hours in this. You talk about fascia, finishing, you know, finish wiring the yards, all that stuff. So this will be, you know, one of the areas that is completed once we get these other areas the way I like. Now, I would ask you, what do you think I should use for ballast? And then you just click there. So this is kind of a old school type of video where I'm just holding the camera, but what do you think I should use for ballast? Do you think I should do the Arizona Rock Company? I think it's Arizona Rock and Ballast Company. Or should I just stick with Woodland Scenics, the light colored Woodland Scenic stuff? I know it's going to be expensive, but I do want it to look good. So I'm considering all options, and we'll see. But just tell me what you think in the comments on that, because I really do want to take your opinion of that. It's not just one of those influencer social media engagement deals where I need you to comment so it throws up the algorithm and stuff. So you know, YouTube's not what it was a couple years ago. It's kind of calmed down for some channels, including mine, and that's fine. I'm just doing what I do, and I always will with this channel. But you know, the views are good. Subscribers have definitely slowed a bit, but that is it's not an engagement thing. I really would like to know what your thoughts are on the ballast. So that's about it from the layout for the layout update. Winter of 2023 or early 2024, whenever I get this online, because there's lots of reviews coming as well. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all your support. You guys really do drive me to continue, because, for example, this scene right behind me, after seeing that so many times on reviews, I'm like, man, they really need to see something different. And that pushed me to go ahead and work on that rural scene. And, you know, and then that'll grow old and we'll work on other scenes. Sorry, my ring system's going nuts here. Got like 500 cameras. So it'll push me to do other scenes and continue on the progress of this layout. Without you guys, you know, I might just wait till I'm retired or something, and there just wouldn't be much progress. So thanks for watching. Thanks for all your support. Thanks for being with me since I was a 20-some-year-old kid, now over 40, so just barely, but over 40. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time right here on the channel. Take care.
Many of the products you see in this video are available at trainworld.com. Since 1968, this family-owned business has been serving the needs of the modeling community with 2 New York brick-and-mortar store locations in Brooklyn and Long Island, plus their vast array of online items. Shop 24/7 at trainworld.com.